Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Tom Mizzle. My channel is Mizzle14, and I'm here doing a review of Pose. Pose came on FX, comes on Sundays, it's on the FX channel, comes on 9 o'clock. It's a really good opening show. I like it. I never knew the show existed till my mother told me about it, and she told me to record it. So I recorded and I watch it, and I was like, you know what? This is going to be one of my videos to review. So, hope y'all like it and I will be continuing viewing it every week. So stay tuned every week of my new episode with you. So here we go. It's season 1, episode 1 is the pilot episode. Here we go. Is Pose. Now the settings take place in New York City in 1987. All right. I was born in 1986, so I was 1 year old around this time period. But this is prevalent where ball and it's still going on here and there, but with ball and houses and stuff like that was was grand because at that time it's a secret of the gay community and everything that they had to find their own space to celebrate life, to celebrate their enjoyment, to celebrate their culture, to celebrate their dance and everything to compete that the mainstream society would not accept. So they had these underground places where people of the LGBTQ community could go and to express themselves, to have a competition, to have a friendly competition, to have somewhere that could be accepted, and not feel afraid, not feel oppression for to be themselves, to be happy, to show who they are, to show a different person side of them. So this was exactly the time period where things were a little more private then, and it wasn't out in the open. So they had different venues where people dance clubs or ballrooms and stuff, and to go along with this and to do what they had to do, and like I said, to celebrate life. Basically, a celebration of their culture in a whole different way, a subset of a majority subset of environment. So that's what it was. And it started open off with the House of Abundance. And it was a mother that was asking for suggestions, the queen of the house. The mother of the house is the person who take in different teenagers or kids or people who walks of life who's in the gay who probably got abandoned by their family, and they become their mother. They nurture them. They grow them. They give them self-respect. They give them a character, build some self, build positivity, and some self-love, love that they probably not get from their own family. So this that's what technically house is supposed to be, a different home away from home. Not all house was good. Not all mothers was all nurturing. Some was a little catty and bitchy and stuff like that. But majority of them, mostly houses. I don't know a lot of the names of them because maybe I was so young, so I don't know a lot of the houses out there and what it was about or who's the mothers and everything. But it was a culture out there and it was well known. And people who older than me tell me about things like this going on. So watching this show was a good eye opener because it showed me a culture that I wasn't aware of growing up. So I got off learning and everything, and like it was good. And it's about all walks of life, and not only for gay people, it's for anybody who watched the show to know about the culture, about what happened, about things that it was going on that you may not know of. So it was a good thing. So there was a house of abundance. So she asked for suggestions of the ball event that was going on. And a character named Blanca, I want to mention more later on, she suggested a royalty thing. Like the house mother, Antonia Noah, said, we're not going to do that. And they came off with the same idea that Blanca said, oh, we're going to do a royal house of abundance. And Blanca got upset. She said, what's the difference between me saying that? You steal my ideas. Every time I show an idea, you steals it and make it like it's your own, like it's your own opportunity. And it's like your own idea when it's mine. You take it from me. And the mother said, please, whatever, dismiss her, right? So they decided to go to a museum. The museum was going in, they checked in, and the guy, security guard, told the house mother, you got 10 minutes to close, it's closed in 10 minutes. So they went, they were searching around, and they finally found a place they was looking for. The category is, and when you go to board, they say category is. Whatever the category they tell you that, that's a thing you have to present. So the category is of this. The category was royalty. So they defined royalty outfits and stuff like that, kings and queens outfits, and princes and princesses, and they went. Now they went. I thought they was going to exploration to look at things to inspire them. They went to steal the clothes. So when they went to the museum and they saw the section they was looking for, it was an announcement that the museum would close in 5 minutes. So they ran and hide. Now this is what I'm saying. When you in a museum, I mean, granted it's a big museum and everything. Those security guards clean sweep around the area, see nobody's looking around, make sure everybody's gone. Everybody hide ahead. They close down the lights, the doors are closed and everything. And mind you, maybe still security guards there because there had to be somebody there that's still looking around. So they got out, they saw that, and when they got out, they start stealing all the stuff, flipping all the stuff. And I'm thinking back in the days that stuff like this does happen. Like if they don't have clothes, they don't have money to participate in that category, and they want to be participating, they may find a way. They could probably know how to sew themselves. Sometimes they may steal from clothes or shops just to participate. And I heard stories that this does happen. So to show the scene where they still just to participate in this category was really interesting. Was eye opening to me. And they ran to the thing. They broke the window glass because the front door because they couldn't get out. It was locked. So they broke it and they ran. The cops were called. They know where the people was going. They would go to the board. So they went to the board. They went to participate. And it was a gathering, like I said, to celebrate the celebration of life outside the mainstream media, mainstream society that won't accept their lifestyle. So the category is royalty. The House of Abundance went in, they killed it. They had 10-10 across the board, all tens. Like they say, if you get all tens, perfect score. They said 10-10 across the board. The cops came, they didn't walk to get arrested, to get handcuffed and all that stuff, to get shot off. Later we find out they didn't go to jail because the cops would have been embarrassed if the word got out that they arrested a bunch of queens, kings of queens, whatever, gays, queens, or like that, sissy queens, and they got over, they got punked at whatever, and they steal from them, and they got away from it. So they wanted to be an embarrassment, so they let them go. So that was funny. So then we open up with a scene where a guy named Damon, he was a dancer. He liked to, he was doing ballet, dancing the ballet thing, stuff like that. So after school, I think he rushed home. What comes to find out, let's see, he's not supposed to be there. So he decided he rushed home. He tried to sneak out. So when his father got, he came home. He playing music and everything on the radio. And mind you, the music in this episode was really good. They played a lot of oldies, back in the day music that I grew up listening to. And I said, oh snap, I was jamming and all that stuff. And I would sing it to those along with the songs. So he came in, he was dancing. The father came home. The father came, he was blasting music really loud. He was dancing in the room. And the father came on and it said, what I told you about blasting the music. He turned it off. And the father asked Damon where he been, and Damon said something. And the father told him, don't be lying to me because I saw, one of my friends saw you running out of school with your ballet shoes. And what I told you about doing that punk shit like that, he don't like. This is one of the examples of fathers who got sons and they feel disappointed if they find sons being gay. So this is a prime example, and I tell you, this scene was touching because a lot of teenagers go through these, not even today. It was worse back then, but it's still happening today. Granted, more people and more parents are being accepting of their child being gay, but back then it was really tough. So the father was like one of the main street fathers. He said, no, my son not going to be a punk. My son not going to be a sissy. He not going to be a girl. He not going to be the faggot, whatever, all that stuff. He said, you going to be dancing in ballet and I have high hopes for you. So he said, tell me what you do. tell me who you are. Tell me. So Damien finally told her, he said, I want to dance and I'm gay. And the father smacked him. He was like, that's not, no, none of son of mine will be gay. So he took up his belt and started beating Damon, beating Damon. Damon's 17 years old, so he's a teenager. Beating Damon, beating Damon. The mother came home. And also, the father found a magazine that Damien had. It's a gay magazine, a male cover, or something like that. And that's what he confronted him. And he said he disappointed. So the mother came home, thought the mother was going to be on his side. It turned to find out the mother is upset too, because when the father told the son, you no longer live here, I'll kick you out, I'm disowning you, the mother came outside upset too, because she found a magazine. She said, I accepted your creativity, I accepted you want to be a dancer, because the mother supported him dancing, but I will not go accept you being gay, bringing this in my house. It's a sin. You need to go repent for your sins and wash yourself up to get yourself clean, because no son of mine gonna be gay, and this is just abomination, all that stuff. She basically saying the whole spiel that a lot of parents do when they find out their kids are gay, and they just totally go off the script, saying that's a sin. Like I said, no sin is better than other sins, but they finna think that being gay is the ultimate sin, that you go to hell with all that stuff, but you judging them, so you going to hell too, because you should not, thou shalt not judge. But the mother and father disowned the boy, so he just throw him out the streets, and there's a lot of teenagers that go through that. They get kicked out because they find out they're gay, the parents find out they're gay, and disown them. I said, it was heartening to hear that, because how can you birth your own child that you're supposed to love unconditionally, and you just own them because you don't just disagree with their lifestyle? It's like that you raised them, and I'm saying they ain't come. It's not like it's like they are like that of your result of raising them. But at the same time, your kids go build their own identity when they're growing up. Some of them probably was born this way, and you cannot, instead of loving them and accepting them and helping them, you just own them, kick them out. And I don't have no respect for parents who does that, because why you kick your own child that you birthed out, that you supposed to love? And that's why a lot of kids are messed up today, because if they don't get their love in the home lifestyle, how the hell they gonna get love for somebody else or feel love? Things. So that's why they build these houses and these boroughs, because this is the escape from reality, escape from their own house lives, escape from their broken homes, their broken lives. So they go to these houses where they have house fathers or house mothers who bring these people in of all walks of life, transgender women, trans men, gay female, lesbian female, and they come together and build a family, and they become their father figure. They become the person they're supposed to love. They're supposed to become the person who's supposed to show them what true love is. So that's why a lot of people go to these houses to form that family of different people to build that family and stuff. So that was good. So they kicked Damon out. So Damon ended up going to the park and sleeping on the benches because he had nowhere to go. And he had a backpack of stuff, and I guess some guy who's watching the parks and everything was telling him, Damien, to make sure your backpack is on your back. Don't sleep it on your head, because somebody gonna try to steal it. And it shows a couple of examples, because one homeless guy came and tried to steal Damon's bag, and Damon woke up and fought him off, and then the guy got fought off. And the guy told Damon not to do that. He said, make sure you have it in the back, because they will come back and steal it. Later on this episode, it happened. He was sleeping on the bench again, and he woke up and he found out his bag is gone. And the guy told him, I told you not to do that. And the guy told him, no, he asked the guy, what am I supposed to do? That's everything I have. And the guy told him, well, you can go to a pier and do something, basically prostitute yourself. And he said, I'm not going to sleep with no men to make money and all that stuff. So that's that. Go back to that. Blanca, the one who suggested that royalty idea that the mother dismissed but stole her idea. She went to the clinic, and she was sitting there, and I was saying, when I saw this clinic and how the scene was set up, I got a feeling they was going to say something about HIV or AIDS. And I was right. So Blanca met with the doctor, and she was diagnosed with HIV. which is the early stage. They got to announce it. They caught it, so she could be able to take treatment, medication to help prolong her life. Now, now these days, the medicine and medication for HIV are better, that people can live long lives and be HIV positive and not go into AIDS. Back then, it was not advanced of technology in medicine. So when they hear that word, they have HIV or AIDS, they automatically fear a death sentence is their life. So they know how they will die. Now they need to know they fear of when they're gonna die, and that's what she brought up when she talked to the daddy of Ball. I did get his name. So if y'all watch the episode, please tell me his name that they mentioned. The daddy of Ball, he's like the commentator of the ballroom scenes. He throws shades, he reads, he like the host of the ball. But he's the grand person. Everybody know who he is. He hosts every event, every ball's event, and everything. And so she met with him and they talked to him and they have a good conversation. And around that time, prevalent, especially back in the 80s and 70s or something like that, early 90s, yes, being diagnosed with HIV, it was a high fear of dying. It was a death sentence. And it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't an advance of medication. Now, today, if you get HIV, it's like that. You can live a long life and be just HIV and not go into the AIDS stages because you have medication out there. It's a lot of wave of medication. There's a way of treatment, there's a way of counseling centers, there's a way of support system to help you in your lifestyle, to get homes, get um, medical coverage, to get food, help with rent. There's a lot of that now than there was before. So, but a lot of people get this way because they get thrown out. So they have to make ends meet. So they have to maybe sleep with people just to get up there, just to make lives, to get money and everything. It's a dangerous world out there when you get kicked out of your family or their homes because back then, gay and lesbian and stuff like that was not too accepted. Now, then than it was now. It's still not accepted too much now, but it's more tolerable in the sense that it's out in the forefront. People don't have to hide too much, and it's getting more accepted. There's more laws that help gear towards helping these individuals. So when Blanca said that, she was like, now that she knows that she's HIV, she has a reason to live. She has a life to live. She wants to live. She want to live her life. She don't want to live a fear of dying anything soon. But she know that because she know how she gonna die. Her fear is when she gonna die. So when that happens, she gonna live her life. She need a dream. So the daddy said, it sounds like you need a dream because now you got the purpose of living. Now, what is your purpose to live? So you need something to hold on. So it was a dream. So the dream for Blanca is to have her own house. She'll be a house mother. So she went back to her old house, House of Abundance, and she was looking out the window. She was disconnected with the rest of the people, and the house mother realized that she was disconnected. And I didn't get the house mother name, so if anybody could tell me who the house mother name of the House of Abundance, can you tell me in the comments? But she said, you sitting there being quiet. Don't think I didn't know that you was going out looking for apartments and getting them houses and getting rent and all that stuff because I got eyes and ears and everything. And mind you, earlier in the episode, Blanca did go looking at places and she found a place and she accepted it. So she said, I'll build you up and all that stuff. So Blanca said, yeah, I'm going to leave and everything, but I don't need your pay. I need your blessings. The house mother would not give her blessings. She went off. And I kind of feel like the house mother was kind of jealous on Blanca because if she let Blanca go, was she gonna leave her go? Blanca go rise above her, and she don't want that. She feels she needs to be the queen. She be the only one, and her children should not rise above her. Like I said, like earlier, all houses wasn't or good for some people. Some house mothers or daddies were mean people, and to go from an outside environment where you're not accepted goes to an environment where you feel like accepted, then all of a sudden they got switched on you. Now you finna to go out. So because she got diagnosed with HIV, she decided she wanted to be a house mother of her own. So she left House of Abundance and opened her own house, which you later find out was House Evangelista. But we learned that later when she competed her first time with her two people that she fighted. So, uh, so Blanca, Damien was outside in a park dancing. He was dancing to music. I guess he had a cup out to get some money. I don't think he was getting much money. So Blanca saw him and put some money on it. She stopped and had a little conversation to him, and she asked his name. His name was Damon, and she said Blanca, and she told her how to be a house, be a house mother. I'm looking for children like house, and people to live with me. And she asked Damon thing, and Damon said, "I have real dreams. My dream to be a dancer." Or she said, "Oh, because you want to be a dancer, your dreams are more than me." Because I say I want to be a house mother or something like that. Craziness. So it was just a screaming. So they came together and they walked outside. She explained what the house is, and like I explained the point of the houses earlier in the episode. She explained what the house is, and they had went out to eat. She explained her story, which was kind of touching because she said she was young and she's a transgender woman. I think, yeah, she's a transgender woman, and she was young. She said a lot, but what most I got from it is that her mother was smiling from ear to ear, because she thought her son had a girl coming in her womb all the time. Not to realize the Blanca told the mother that it wasn't a woman coming out; it was her dressing up. It was him dressing up as a female. The mother didn't like it, so she kicked her out. She rejected, and she said, "What I said earlier. Now, when kids going through up, get rejected by their parents, they go looking for love outside of people, outside of home, to find that love because they ain't get that love. And the worst feeling is to somebody who's supposed to love you unconditionally, kick you out and reject you because who you are over that one thing. Don't forget anything else that you went through, but that's one thing, they kick you out." So that's what she said. It hurted her, but it built her up, built her strength. So she told Damien about that. So she gave Damien her address. She said, "If you decide to come with me, live with me, find this address and hit me up. If not, you just got a left license for me." So that was that. So we got another character named Stan. Stan went to go to a job interview to meet this guy named Matt. Matt is like the high baller, big boss in a corporate setting. Had a lot of money. We're talking to Stan about a lot of things. And in the midst of that, uh, Matt, the person who was interviewing, went to the table and started smoking coke and went in front of Stan. I was like, damn, that's what they do? So he didn't really care. He just lifted right up and snuffed it up. And eventually Stan got the job. Cause later on, we saw Stan driving around the area. This, I think the pier, next to the pier, whatever they was at, where people staying around trying to get sex, prostitution area. He drove around it 3 times, and Angel noticed that, and he finally stopped. So she came to the thing. She said, he said, "Are you looking for me or looking for time?" She said, "How you know? Because I see you driving around all this time, and you finally stop. We'll make you stop now." And he said, "This is the first time when I saw." He took her back to the hotel. Angel's another character that's in the story, and they took her back to the hotel. This was the first time, mind you. He's married and he has kids, but I guess he's I don't know what was going on. Maybe he felt some uncomfortable. He felt unfulfilled at home, so he went to get somewhere else, or find he may feel that he want more excitement. So he picked up Angel, took her back to the place. He told Angel to strip her skirts and panties. He saw down there. He saw that Angel has a penis, not a vagina, and she said she's getting her money to get her surgery and everything. So she pre-op right now, and she said little friend, all that stuff. He said it's not little, so it's like that, crazy. So she put back her clothes. She said, "Never see you." He took off his clothes and everything, and they just lying in the bed. Before he put music on, they had the music on background. out of the bed, and she said, "What we gonna do? We just gonna lay here?" He said, "I just want to talk to you." He asked her for a dream, and her dream was most like being a housewife. I want to have kids. I want to live in a house. I want to have a guy I could take care of. I want to have a guy who could take care of me. I want a guy who could treat me like a woman, and everything. Basically, the housewives, the house ladies, like aspiration of what women supposed to be growing up. Back in the day, women would strive to be had that level of being married, have a husband, have kids, be in a house, be a housewoman, be a housewife, basically. So she had that dream, and they was talking. We don't know if they had sex or not. So he drove her back to the place, to the area he picked up from, and he asked for a kiss. He gave her the money, asked for a kiss. They kissed and all that stuff. Later on, she went to that building. I guess that's where he Stan works at. They're trying to get a job, but the lady just totally dismissed her. She said, "Oh, we're not hiring." But it was a sign right there that saying you hiring people. He said, "Oh, well, we're not hiring." So she went downstairs. It was just smoke a cigarette. Stan came out with this boss. The boss went inside. Stan saw Angel there, and he said, "What you doing here?" She said, "I can't think about you. I want to see you." And I said, "Okay, we gonna get coffee or drinks, eat something." He said, "I got a wife and kid. I don't want to see you again anymore." Later on, Stan went to a dinner with his wife. There was an anniversary, and they was talking the usual talk. They went to dance. And Mr. Her dancing, he has a dream or something, a foresight of seeing, not a foresight, like a little imagery, like a dream sequence in his head, thinking about Angel. And he thought he's like his eyes played tricks on him, and he think that Angel was there dancing with the white guy when Angel was not there. When he finally woke up his senses, it was somebody else. So he thinking about Angel. So we will see how long this will come about and everything. And later on, the last episode, Stan came to pick up Angel, and she was like, "Oh, happy to see me." Can you pick up? And he drove off, and that was close to the end of the episode. Now, continuing on going on, when Damon got his bag stolen the second time, and he was so upset and everything, and he said he not gonna sell his body to men. He reached in his pocket and he found out he has a note, the address that Blocker gave him. So he went to the place to Blocker, and Blocker accepted him, and he said he had nowhere to go. So she took him in. So he's the first person, the first children under her house. Now, now, Damon wanted to go to school, and he been having a dream to get to this school. It's a new school of dance. He wanted to get in, so he never put an application in. So Blanca dragged us behind there, said, "You gonna get this application." Like, she was being tough. She was giving tough love. She said, "No, we're not babying you. We gonna go in there, put you and grab his ear. Come on." Like, tell him to lift up, stand up, it's like that. To look at the lady eye, to be excited to get an application. Since he was 17, he needed a parent's guardian signature. So they filled out the application. Now, Blanca went to another ballroom thing, and Angel was there. And I guess she feels type of way because the guy Stan rejected her. So she went there, and the category was elegant fashion evening wear. And I guess she walked out, and I don't think it was no fashion wear evening gown. I guess it was something else. They was reading her. They was red her for filth, and she was embarrassed. She got outside, and Blocker talked to her and was like, "You know they was gonna read you a filth coming out like that." And she explained that she want to be accepted, she want to be loved, she want to be loved by someone, be filled by someone. So she eventually joined Blanca's house in Evangelista and everything. So Angel and Damon is with under Blanca, and Blanca gave us some rules. They say they need their education. They need to attend any ball scenes they have. They need to stay healthy, and all that stuff is important. Um, so we go off later on about the ball, right? And she said we're gonna do a ball this Friday. She was very overambitious because they wasn't ready, but she wanted to go. So they said we're not ready, and stuff. So they will go where? So they went to the daddy of ball. I'll call him the daddy of ball until I figure out his name. And the daddy of ball was fitting up Damon's outfit. They was talking in a while. And I did a topic call about brought up about AIDS and everything. And Angel said something about you could tell about somebody who be AIDS the way how they look and all stuff like that. The daddy and boy and Blanca was quiet because Blanca's HIV, but you cannot tell that she has HIV or AIDS because by looking at her. So that comment that Angel made is like a stereotypical comment that people have where, oh, you got HIV AIDS, you're supposed to look a certain way. You look skinny, you look unhealthy, you don't look right, you don't eat right. So it was like, that's that. So they shut it down, and they was like, oh, they gonna be ready by Friday. So they took them. Blanca took Damon, and Daddy Abor took Damon out to the Vogan area. They was doing Vogue scenes and all that stuff in the underground to learn about Vogue and have him pick them up because he's a dancer. He could pick that stuff up. So when we went to the ball, Blanca challenged her old house of abundance to a face-off, and eventually they lost. The House of Abundance won and everything. They was voguing out. They was doing good things. So they lost. And Daddy Ball came outside and told Blanca and said, you should disappoint. You should be ashamed of yourself going out there looking like that. I would have gave you a lower score. Because they didn't really do so bad. They had a couple of tens, but they had some nines. But the House of Abundance had all tens. So they lost because perfect score. Well, a couple not so perfect scores. So they lost. And there's another character named Little Poppy came outside. And he said he saw them and he expired. He wanted to join their house. And he works at a bodega. He could get the food and all that stuff. So eventually, Blanca said, you could join. And the daddy boss told him to say, you know what? You need to build your brand. And this is the stuff that you do. This is how houses are formed. You find people out there who come and look for all walks of life to come out to you. Build up. Stay strong. Build your strength. Work hard, practice, and then you could be ready. All that stuff. So she took that words and she said she's gonna do it. So back to the new school thing. Earlier, Damon lied to Blanca and said that he turned the application in, but he did not turn the application in. So Blanca said, "Don't ever lie to me." So she took him and dragged him there to dance and everything, but he missed the deadline. So Blanca did is that she went to the head of dean and said she had an appointment, and she talked to the head of dean, the head of dance, which is the dean, and the dean of dance, and asked her, explain to her is that, do you feel like how this young boy who has all the potential don't feel he deserved it? Can you give him a chance? Give him a chance to dance for you, and you see how potential he have. So eventually, the house of the head of dean, the head of dance was the dean. Eventually gave him the opportunity. She said, you gonna dance everything. He said, I'm not prepared. She got the shoes. She said, I got no music. He got the music. Blanca believe in this boy. So like that. It will hone his craft. So he get better off him as a dancer, better off his dream to be a dancer, as well as being better off of the ball scenes. So he went to dance. It was the dean, the head of dance, and two other people, two white people. He put the music in, and it was a song by Whitney Houston, I Want to Dance with Somebody. And at first, he was not smiling. He was nervous. He was struggling. And after a while, he got into the groove. So good. He was dancing good. He was all over the place. He moved around the floor. He interacted with the people, the people who was the administration people. Interacted with her, the dean, the two administrators. Got on the table. He was thinking. He was happy. He was feeling the music. And after he ended, he was huffing and puffing. And then Dean, she had tears in her eyes because I think she sees the potential of this guy, and he's so young. He has the ability to be so great. And she came, and all she did, she hugged him, and he was like huffing and puffing, and he was kind of crying a little bit. She started tearing, and he came outside. He said, "You know what? My own mother has never believed in me, and they rejected me. And the fact that you believe in me, gave me this chance." I got in, and I was so happy. I started tearing a little bit because I said, "Oh my gosh, really?" Because I saw the eyes of her face. Because I said, "I knew it. He probably got in," and he got in, and she saw his passion and his acceptance in his dance. And mind you, it was full. So if it wasn't for Blanca pushing and fighting the dean with her words to get him the audition, he would never got in. He would probably continue strifing, and he probably would start in spring. So she got him, and she gave him the spot, and they was happy. They was loving it. And that was basically the episode. Like I said, it's a long video, so it's long, y'all. But it was an hour, almost an hour and a half premiere, and it was really good. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the episodes of weeks, and I will review those. So hope you like the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Tom Mizzle. My channel is Mizzle14, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.